What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this video. I think this one's real important, especially if you don't really, know how to interpret the Second Amendment, I guess, and what it really means. You know what I mean? Actually, I think this whole series that I'm starting to do now, as you guys have read the title, Debunking Anti Gunners, is going to be pretty important, especially for those people who they don't know as much about firearms as they should, and they hear these arguments that anti-gunners make that make absolutely zero sense, and they choose to believe it and go along with it because they don't want to do the research for themselves or don't have the knowledge presented right there to them. So here I am to present it right to them to do the world a favor. Let's do the world a favor. All right, so let's get into it. Y'all read the title, all right? The video's topic, the anti-gunner argument we're debunking today, all right, is going to be that the Second Amendment was only written for muskets, not today's weaponry. Now, I may be paraphrasing for how I'm going to title it. I haven't 100% decided how I'm going to title it, but that's not the point. I'll figure it out. Y'all know I always do. All right, so let's get right into it. First off, the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Please, anybody correct me if I'm wrong on that, all right? But I know the fucking Second Amendment, guys. I know the Second Amendment very well, as you guys could imagine, all right? So let's get into what exactly is being said here and how I don't even know they could have misinterpreted it as fucking only for muskets. All right. So when the Second Amendment was written, the main firearm used by by anybody realistically, military or not, was a musket. All right. Now, of course, I'm sure there were other forms of firearms back then. However, we're talking in the 1700s, good bit ago. All right. Notice how they didn't specify musket, though. That's something I really want to point out here. These people, the founding fathers, all right, these people were smart enough to, while writing this, say, hey, let's not be 100% precise. Why did they say that? Well, if they were 100% precise and they said, oh yeah, the Second Amendment is, the right for people to own muskets, right? What was to have stopped them from saying the First Amendment, the right to freedom of speech, religion, all that? That's only if you're saying what we want you to say and if you're believing what we want you to believe. You see what I mean? They didn't say, oh yeah, well you have the right to believe this, you have the right to do this. No, you have the right to believe what you want to believe, you have the right to say what you want to say, you have the right to keep and bear arms. What does keep mean? Keep means own, keeping it. You're keeping this, right? Bearing means you have it currently. All right? Now, guys, I will say this. I am not saying the definition, terms. Excuse me. My apologies. Been a long day, guys. Had a long one at work. Just getting to these videos, and I wanted to get them done tonight for y'all. I ain't giving up for y'all. Now, of course, I'm not exactly, quoting the definition of these words. However, that is the general essence of what they mean. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So to keep and bear. To have and possess, like on your person. So that right there, first off, I want to make the argument that right there should already tell people that needing a permit to carry, infringement. Get the fuck out of here with that. You shouldn't need that. Constitutional carry should be a nationwide thing. Back to what I was saying, though. To keep and bear arms. 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 Notice the S there and how it didn't say musket or muskets. Arms. not one arm, but arms. All right. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what the fuck are they talking about? They're not talking about these right here. You know what I mean? They're not talking about these bad boys right here. No, they're talking about firearms. They're talking about, like, come on, guys. This is very obvious here. All right. These people were smart enough. The founding fathers were so damn smart that they knew that technology is going to get better. All right. Things are going to evolutionize, especially when it comes to firearm manufacturing. Why? Because we probably aren't going to be only in this one particular war. You see what I mean? That's something that they foresaw coming and were smart enough to be not super precise. And here's the thing, if they were to that point of precision and wanting to infringe on people's, rights and saying, "Oh yeah, you can only have muskets," do you know that we probably would have been taken over a good fucking while ago? We all can admit that, realistically speaking. If we're the only country that's following some law that states, "Oh yeah, well, you can only have muskets," we would have been taken over. We would have. That's the truth here. I'm not trying to be that person, but I'm being 100% real with y'all. So when people like to make the argument that it's, "Oh yeah, it's only for muskets," I want them to explain where it says musket, where what they're saying is, proving that it's only for muskets. The only thing people like to say is, "Oh, well, that's all that was available back then." Okay, so if they thought nothing else would be made, nothing else, no other form of firearm or weaponry would be invented, that would surpass the musket in, speed, reliability, fucking accuracy, goddamn, so many things, they didn't think that that would ever happen, is what you're saying? They're saying they never first saw, technology evolutionizing. They never thought they'd see a technological advancement in firearms? Really? Really? The country that took their guns, right? Or excuse me, the founding fathers who took their firearms, right? Fought off the British, fled over here, started this great nation. You're telling me they did all of that and didn't foresee maybe, our country getting into war again, where we would need something better. They didn't foresee, "Oh yeah, we're not going to get any more technologically advanced than this, guys. This is it. We're in the fucking future." You think that's what they were thinking? They didn't see an advancement? That's disrespectful. That is disrespecting our founding fathers and their intellect to think that they wouldn't have been able to see that. And now here's the thing: I'm not trying to put them on some high level pedestal where it's like, "Oh yeah, you think they can see into the future." It's not something like seeing into the future. It's called a fucking pretty easy prediction. Just like I'm willing to bet you guys money right now. You know what? Look, we're in 2023. I'll bet you money by 2050 we're going to have another form of technological advancement by then. Whatever the fuck it is, we will have one. I can guarantee it to you guys. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. So with that being the case, it's not too far-fetched to say the founding fathers, the people who founded the greatest nation on the earth, couldn't have seen technological advancements happening, especially in firearms. That's, oh my God. Damn, this chair is so much nicer than my last chair for recording videos. Oh, man. All right. And people like to make this argument basically in response to, "Oh, well, the founding fathers never foresaw AR-15s or AK-47s, and they do that to try to, I don't know, try to make people feel like they're silly or stupid for saying, "Hey, it says arms." Oh, well, they wouldn't have suggested that. So who do you even, like, are you even on America's side? Bro, no. Let me put it like this. Anybody who is suggesting to infringe on your Second Amendment rights, anybody who says that the Second Amendment was only created for muskets because that's, around the only weapon that was available at the time frame. Which, how the fuck would we know at this point? All right, how would we know? All right, for all they know, there could have been a lot more different types of fucking firearms available then. There most likely was, but that's not the point I'm getting at. If you hear anybody saying some stupid shit like that, look, I'm not advocating for violence, but I wouldn't be upset with you if you throat punched them. All right. I'm not telling you to do it though. So, guys, legally, I have to tell you guys, I'm not telling you to go commit an act of violence. I'm just saying, if you did, I wouldn't be upset. All right. Give one of them a quick, just, throat punch, Who knows? Nah, I'm joking around. But realistically, if you hear people talking like that, they obviously have no knowledge on the Second Amendment or any form of firearms overall. That's all it is. They want to make you feel bad for knowing about your rights. They want to make you feel bad for exercising your rights. Not just any rights, your constitutional rights. Forget about your constitutional rights, your natural rights. They want to make you feel like a piece of shit for that. And that's why they say shit like that. They want to make you feel like you're not patriotic or that you're not, they want to do anything they can to, at this point, make you feel like you were in the wrong for supporting the Second Amendment. And I'm here to tell you, you're not. Not at all. You're doing everything fine, buddy. They just don't know what they're talking about. They're going to sit there and say this shit. And you got to shrug it off. You got, if they're going to listen, hey, tell them off. But most of them don't, bro. They don't got the capacity for listening. They don't. They just, you know what I mean? So I think that about covers it for this video. I know I got a little off topic, a little on a tangent there. You know what I mean? But I think y'all enjoyed it. With that being said, my overall, opinions is pretty obvious here. The Second Amendment says arms. It means arms, multiple different types of firearms. No specification because they didn't want any specifications. They didn't want any restrictions on it by any standard. So, with that being said, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And because you're like me, all right, and you have heard a million fucking times people say the phrase, the Second Amendment was written for muskets. Go and check out the podcast channel, Adam's channel, Centerfire Podcast, Gun Nut TV. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.